right, so let's go ahead and start up our demo. So we are going to create a new, what size did I say it was going to be? 11 by 17. So over here on the right side, okay, over here on the right, we're going to change this to 11, a height by 7. So the width is 11, the height is 17. Okay, we always want print. Actually, it'll give us one right here that says tabloid. That's 11 by 17. So you can just select that one and it will automatically put the information there. And we say create. Okay, so there's our 11 by 17. That's our base, what we're going to start off with. Okay, our very base. Okay, so now I've already preloaded, I downloaded some photos. So now we're just going to start opening up those photos. So I do a Command O for open, and I'm going to start and go get them. Okay, so I'm going to do one on Notre Dame today. So let's do, yeah, I want that guy. Okay, I don't know, we'll find out. And then I'm going to grab that one, open it. And what I'm doing is I'm opening them, it opens a new tab up at the top. Okay, I'm going to open them all up at once here. There's the 4 horsemen. That's a good shot. I like that one. That's a good shot. Oh, for sure. I want those two. So I'm going to hold my shift key down, and I can select more than one. I could have just selected them all. Okay. Hold the shift key down. I can select both and say go, and it'll open both of them for me. Okay. So now I'm going to just kind of float through. I think I might make that. I like making my mascots the dominant image. I think that guy looks pretty good. Okay. So I think I'm going to cut him around. Now here's the cool thing about what I'm getting ready to teach you. Is you don't have to worry about all this white area around the outside of that logo. Because what I'm going to teach, you can get rid of it if you want. You can make a selection around there and get rid of it if you want. That's fine. Or you can leave it there, and I'll show you how to get rid of it here in a little bit. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Okay. So how do I get this logo? How do I get everything there? How do I do that? Say it again. No, I'm already in Photoshop. How do I get all of it? Keyword, get all. Command A. Command A gets it all. Command A selects everything. If you'll notice, I have the marching ants around everything. That means I have selected all. Now, copy it, Command C. Now I'm going to go to my base. Let me see, where is my base? Where did I put my base? Untitled. There it is. Okay, and then I paste it. Command V. There it is. And it creates its own layer for me. Now let's go get another one. I like that one. Command A, Command C, and go to Untitled. Command V. I pasted it. There it is. It creates its own layer. So let's go get another one. I got that one. I'm going to close that one since I already got that one, so I can get rid of that one. I already got that one, so I can close that one. What's this one? That's a good one. Let's get it. Command A, Command C. And I'm just doing this quickly, by the way. I'm not really I'd go get basketball. I'd get a shot. The campus is gorgeous. So I'd get a picture of campus. I'm going to get that one, copy it, come over here, paste it. So I'm laying out all these different images. And of course I got to have the 4 horsemen. Copy it. Paste it. That's a gorgeous shot right there. I got to pull that one over. Copy it. Paste it. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so now I have all my layers over here that have all my different subjects on it. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is start laying them out. I just kind of move them around, right? So in my head, I can see this tower. I want it kind of across here, nice and big. I think that's going to be in the middle. I'm going to put the 4 horsemen down here. That's going to be nice and big, and that's going to be a crash through. Okay, so now they're all tiny. I want to blow them up. I want to bleed them off. Get them big, big, big. Okay? Because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Because right now it looks nasty. Okay? And too much white space. Way too much. So I'm going to select. Now, as I click, you notice how it changes. Look at my layers over here. When I click on this, see how it jumps? So I have it set to where it automatically, if I click on an object, it changes to that layer. Okay? So I want you to think about these as like being on pieces of glass. Okay? Each one of these layers, I put a picture on a piece of glass. Okay? And I can move the glass around. I can change and switch places and do all that. But I'm going to paint and cut and do all kinds of things to make these. So right now I'm going to click on this guy. I'm going to make him bigger. I want him to be bigger. So I need to transform him. So if I go up to image, I think it's in there, image. No, it's in, is it edit? See, the thing is I'm so used to doing shortcut keys because they make you faster that honestly I forget where the actual thing is. There it is. Yeah, free transform. It's under edit. You go to free transform, or what's the shortcut key? Command T makes me a lot faster. Command T, I get little handles. See these little handles, these little nodes? Get those handles. Now, here's where it's important to listen to me, Aiden, and everybody else. Number one thing that Coach Jackson hates is when you stretch photos, when you squish them. Okay? When you take this photo and you go, I hate that. Hate it. Don't do that. The way you avoid doing that is you use the constraint key, which is the shift key. The command key means I want to do something. I want to get everything, Command A. I want to paste something, Command V. I want to copy something, Command C. That's right, it's the command. It's a function key. This is what I want you to do. The option key is a modifier. So if I've got the magnifying lens and it defaults to zooming in, but I want to zoom out, I hold the option key. And it changes it to a zoom out. I modify the tool that I have. If I want to constrain it, if I want to blow it up and stay proportionally, or if I want to scoot something to the left, straight across the left, or straight up and down, you hold the shift key. The shift key constrains thing. Shift constrains, option modifies, command, or on a PC, control is your function key. Yes, Abid.
Why is it Command CB? Like on the other computers, it's Control.
I just said that. On a PC, it's Control. On a Mac, it's Command. Don't know why PCs decided to do that. Probably because they didn't want to get sued by Apple. That was a long time ago. So I'm going to hold the Shift key, and I'm going to grab one of these corners, and now I'm going to blow it up. Now, if I want to blow it up, where's the pivot? Where is it blowing it up from? The corner. Top left corner. If I want to blow it up from the center, I need to modify what I'm doing. What key is the modifier? Nope. Shift is a constraint key. That's why it's not squishing it. What's the modifier? Option, not control. I hold the option key, now it blows it up from the center. So I'm going to blow that up. I'm going to get it nice and big. I like it. So now I got it nice and big. When I have it where I want it, now I hit the return key or the enter key. There it is. That's the size I want it. Nice and big. Now I can move it around, place it where I want. I think that looks pretty good, about right like that. Okay? So, same thing I'm going to do with these other ones. I'm going to back out so I can see everything. And I'm going to make this football down here bigger. This football. Command T. Free transform. Grab the corner. Hold the shift key. Blow it up. Hold the option key. Get it big. I like it. Hit return. Looks good. Now I'm going to move him over. That's pretty good right there. Okay. So now I'm going to take the 4 horsemen. Command T. Grab a hold. Shift key. Make it bigger. Hold the option key down. So it goes from the center. That's pretty good. About right like that. Okay. Now, the other thing about free transform is I can move them around to different places. I can also rotate it. I'm going to rotate this one just a little bit like that. And I'm going to move him down here in this corner like that. About like yay. Then when I'm done, I hit the what? Return key or enter key. All right. So now I'm kind of covering up a few things, right? So let me see. I got that guy up at the top. There he is. I want that one. So what I need to do is bring this layer up a little bit. And that brings him up to the top. Command T. Grab the corner. Blow him up. It's kind of a cool shot, him punching through. Return. I like that. We'll leave that like that. Maybe I'll turn this one. Free transform. Maybe I'll turn him this way. A little bit. Hit return. Okay. What else am I missing? Let me see. Got that one. Got that one. That one. Okay. So that's the only one left. Okay. So him, I think I'm going to bring him up maybe here. And then Command T. Grab the corner. Hold the shift key. Maybe I'm going to make him really big. And then I'm going to move him over here like this. Although I like them blocking. What did I have up top? Yeah. Oh, that's where the golden dome is. So I'm going to move them about like yay. And I'm going to bring them to the front. I'm going to move him about right there like that. There's golden dome. Look at that. Golden dome, golden helmet. That'll work. Okay? So now I want to bring the mascot to the front, all the way to the front. So I slide him all the way up. Okay? So that's pretty good. So I can kind of, you got to kind of see it in your head. All right? I can see it in my head. I've got the building. I got him right there. Mascot. I got them coming out, running. Got him punching through. I need to bring him probably right there like that. I got them running through, and I got the 4 horsemen. Okay. So now I got my base built. I got my base built of what I'm going to be. I'm going to do a Command 0. That zooms in a little bit. I like to work zoomed. Notice how I fill the screen. Fill the screen when you guys are working. Hit that green dot so it makes it nice and big so you can see your tools and you can see everything that's going on. Don't work tiny. All right. So now we're going to create a mask. We're going to go into quick mask mode. We're going to create a mask on that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with the mascot. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I'm going to select this mascot. Now, down here at the bottom, you see this little guy right there? What does that say? Layer mask. So now I have my pieces of glass, right? All my images are on pieces of glass. Now I'm going to put a layer of plastic, like a little plastic sheet over it, and I'm going to do some painting on it. So I have that layer selected. I click there, and now it creates a layer mask. And notice that they're linked. There's a little chain link there. That means these two are attached to each other. So now oops, that's on the wrong one. Command Z. Where is my mascot? There he is. So I select the layer that I want to create the layer mask. Boop. Create that layer mask. And there he is. Okay. So now I'm going to paint on this layer mask. Notice how it has a little selection around. If I do like this, see how it flips? You want to make sure that you're selected there. Because now everything I'm doing to the layer mask. Okay? So, with the layer mask selected, I'm going to come get my paintbrush over here. And when you're in layer mask mode, your paintbrushes are always black and white. They're always black. There's no color. Because it's a mask. You're painting a mask onto something, okay? You're masking it out. It's kind of like you're putting masking tape down to mask out an area. So it doesn't need to be color. It's just black, okay? So it's either black or white. So I'm going to flip it. So now I'm painting with the black. And I got my paintbrush. And I like to use a very soft brush. So I hold the shift key down. And I'm going to hit the left bracket, the one right next to the P. And as I do that, my brush gets really, really soft. All the way down to a completely soft brush. The hardness is 0. Okay? So I've modified it. Now I need a little bit bigger brush because that's kind of tiny. So I'm going to, without holding the shift key down, I hit the right bracket. So now it gets up there. It's a little bigger. So I'm going to click here, make sure I'm on that layer mask. That's really important. And now I'm going to paint with black. But look what's happening. Do you see what's going on? It's revealing what's behind it. Okay? So I can do that. And if I go, oops, make a mistake, paint with white. How do I flip the black and white? The letter X. Just hit the letter X. Letter X. Boop. So now I have white. And when I paint with white, it puts back the layer. And if I zoom right over here, see, look right there. It shows me what I'm painting on. So this piece of plastic lays over this piece of glass. And I'm painting the black onto it, and that way you can't see through it. But it's not really black. It makes that invisible. Does that make sense? I'm painting black, so it's eliminating what I can see from that layer, making it go away. The reason why I do this instead of an eraser, because if you erase it, it's gone. If I make a mistake and go through my logo, oh man. Well, you can't undo it. You can only undo one step. You erased it. This way I can always put it back. Because I'm just painting on a mask. Well, I can paint off the mask. You with me? Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to continue to paint. Whoops, I got to flip it to X. There we go. I like to get rid of these hard lines. Those are a dead giveaway. Get rid of those. So I might get a smaller brush and really chop on those lines. I don't want those lines anywhere. Okay. Come in here and kind of knock this down. Now, whoops, let me hit the X. All right, bring it back. Now, another thing you can do is you can start playing with your, up here at the top, your flow. Okay? So, opacity deals with how much so this piece of paper, I know in the video you can't see it. I'm holding a piece of paper up. This is 100% opaque. That means you can't see through it. But if I lower its opacity, it becomes see-through. That's what opacity means. So the ink, if you will, that you're painting onto it, you can make it more and more see-through, less opaque by changing the opacity. You can also change the amount of ink that you're spraying out. You can change it so you're not throwing 100% on. You knock it down a bit. So if I come here and let's say I go, I'm going to knock this down. I like to run low, like 35, because I can always put more on, right? So, and I'm going to change my opacity just a little bit. So now when I do that and I come over here and I paint, see how it's kind of fuzzy? But if I keep going and keep going, now I'm really knocking it out. Now where I have white, honestly, I would do 100%. But when I have an image overlapping another image, I'm just going to stop right there. Let's say here, right here, where these images come together. So now what I'm going to do is I got to figure out which image that is. Yep, it's that one right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this layer, create a layer mask, make sure I'm on it. So now I'm going to come over here, I'm going to get a bigger brush, and I'm going to knock it out. I got 35 flow. Okay, good. And here we go. So I'm going to start painting away this crowd to reveal my golden dome. But maybe I want to leave a little bit of the crowd there. Maybe that guy's hand kind of floating in there a little bit. But I want to see the golden dome 100%. So I'm going to knock it down just a bit, but leave a little bit. So now, look, I got a little bit of this green coming in. But over the golden dome, there's nothing. But so where one image starts and the other one ends, you can't really tell. It creates this blending where I'm blending. You don't know where one starts and the other one starts. They blend in together. And it makes a really nice look to blend these two together. Sorry, I keep having hiccups. All right, so I'm going to reveal a little bit more of the building. And I come down here, and this area is not that important. So I get rid of the crowd shot down there. For sure, I'm going to get rid of it right here. Make sure you get rid of those hard lines. I'll leave that hand there just because it looks funky. Having the hand there floating out. Okay? So there's that guy. I'm going to take him and I'm going to move him up. I'm going to move him up a bit, maybe right there. So now I go to the building, put a layer mask on him, and then I'm going to start knocking away on the building. Because I want to reveal this dude punching through. So now I got three images bleeding over on each other. I got this football guy, this building, and this football guy. And they're all kind of bleeding together. So now you really can't tell what's going on. Okay? You see how it blends? Now, here's what I don't like. Can you see that hard line? Those hard lines drive me nuts. Okay? But sometimes they're hard to see. Like there's another one right here. So here's the trick to that. Turn them all off. Turn the eyeballs off. And go back and go Oh, look, I see hard lines. Right? And then turn this one on. Look, I see hard lines right there. So I need to come back here and get rid of it. So I'll get on the paint here, and then I'm going to get rid of it because I don't want it there. Get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of that hard line. I end up losing that guy's hand anyway. Get rid of those hard lines. Can't stand them. Okay. Then you go to the next one. There's kind of a hard line there. So I'm going to get rid of the hard lines right there. Then I go to the next one. Right? And so on and so on and so on. And then you just keep working on that until you get it where you want it. And you might, like I'm looking at this, I might want to change the size of that guy running the ball there. I might want to make him a little bit bigger. And of course, I'm going to knock down the 4 horsemen. I think that one's it, right? Yeah. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to put a layer mask. And I'm certainly going to start knocking down that. Because I want to reveal Coach's face through there. But I want the 4 horsemen. The 4 horsemen are legendary Notre Dame players. They were amazing back when they won their first national championship back in the 30s. So I want to show Coach's face. So I start knocking, but I want the ghost of the 4 horsemen be floating in there. Maybe I paint the whole thing, made him real ghosty. Maybe I make them really big, right? Maybe I come in here and I go, oh, I'm going to change that. Command T. Maybe I do it like this. I'm going to make them huge, right? And have them as like ghosts of the past or whatever, right? But you can kind of barely see them. And then I come through in here and paint them out so that they're just like a ghostly looking image. Does that make sense? So you just kind of paint them away a little bit. So you can see, I might get a big brush. Paint with a swath. So you see Coach, but you don't really see Coach. Isn't that weird? So now it gets real ghosty color. And I'd work on it more. But I love this. You got his face and the jersey. And you see the elbow. That looks cool. I like that. Okay? So, any questions on the technique there? You're going to build those layers. The key is to have these layer masks. Okay, now let me show you something. You can really screw up. If you choose a layer and you come up here like this, but you're actually on that, you click here instead of here, watch what happens. So now you grab your paintbrush. Oh man, I just painted his butt aqua. That's not what I wanted to do. So Command Z that bad boy. Make sure that you're selected in your quick mask. So now when you do it, it makes him go away. See, I want to see a little bit of the building back in there. Well, why not? Just knock his jersey back a little bit. See the campus. They're part of the campus. Ooh, look at that. You got the trees coming through on his jersey. That looks cool. Any questions on that? Need to see any part of it again or anything like that? Command 0. There we go. All right.